GatoPerro doing another review, this time on our countdown to Arkham Origins, our Batmobile collection, including, we'll be doing reviews on the Batman Batmobile, the Dark Knight / Batman Begins, the Dark Knight Skyscraper, and the Bat. So let's get to it, starting with the Batman. So this is the Batman Batmobile from the cartoon series, which is the previous video from Monday / the previous video from this one, where we did a review on the Batman figures, and today we'll be using this Bruce Wayne to demonstrate how it can go in. And this is the Batman, the first Batmobile that he used in the cartoon series. Later it came on a much longer looking one, more looked like the animated series from the 1990s. So right now we look at the detail. I already did a review on this figure, so you can go previous to that one. And this one is mostly a black color all around. You can see it has this couple of scratches on it just because I bought it cheap at a flea market when I was more little. It was actually my first ever Batmobile. But you can see more detail continues on the sides, with more of a gunmetal color going around here. This has an action feature, blue neon, actually just a see-through plastic painted blue. The wheels are painted with a little bat logo painted yellow. I like how the wheels are, and you can just see how this like fin tail side of it is also the same color as the blue as this. The little buttons we'll get to, the what do you call this? A turbo engine, I guess, with stickers in it. But I think it already came applied, so we don't have to worry about that. Also, these little things that almost look like the same of his cowl ears. Maybe this signifies the cape. Same on the other side. And then these windows are just kind of like there. I wish there was a cover over here. We'll get to do that later. But this is just some black plastic resembling the windows. And the front of the car has kind of a Batman eye looking to it. Okay, we'll lift it up right now. So it looks like that. So I guess these are the eyes. More of a simple shape. I've had this stored up, so it's kind of dusty. You can see the bat symbol on there. So I guess if you look at it like this, kind of looks like a Batman cowl, maybe. You can probably see they got the ears right here. Alright, so the inner working or the seat area of the Batmobile, if you could lift it up, as you can see the seat in there, probably some stickers that were already applied. You can see the stickers in there, all of his navigation, GPS, whatever it is that Batman would need. Probably zoom in on that. Probably see something that would look like he would be in a submarine. You can see all the little details. Those were already applied, and that should be it for the detail. Now for the Bruce Wayne, you would need one of the 5-inch figure to fit in there. So this is a 5-inch scale as I introduced Batman, or Bruce Wayne. I know Bruce Wayne does not drive the Batmobile, but our Batman has a giant hook on it, so you can see you just fit it in there like that, and it comes with a seatbelt, and you strap him in like so, and there you have your Batmobile. Now quickly on the gimmicks, it has 2 buttons over here, and if you would just press one of them. Okay, try it again. You can see on both sides it shoots out rockets, or at least some kind of rocket launchers, but we do not have the missiles since this was used. You can just put them back in. Now press the other button, Mr. Gato. As a startup sound, we can turn on the side so you can see everything. Now press it again. As more of a going across the street at super high speed sound, so that's pretty cool. So next is the Batmobile from Batman Begins. And here we have the Batman Begins Batmobile from the first release of the Batmobile, with the second release being a more black color. This one looking a bit more purplish, but still it's fine. Here most of you will recognize this from the Dark Knight Christopher Nolan trilogy, and up until Dark Knight where it blew up. And other releases came out with like a Batpod launching Batmobile, and we'll get later to a Skyscraper looking one, but this one is pretty cool looking. It's more of a 5-inch scale, but probably make it look good with 6-inch figures. Definitely not in scale with what the Bat would look like in Dark Knight Rises, or at least the toy that came out of that. You can see all the little pistons, all the tubes, I guess, the metal workings, all the details. It actually looks a lot like the movie. You can probably see all the buttons in there on the back, which are gimmicks. The little turbo thing is see-through for the sound effect and lighting that would come out of it. You can have the huge wheels that are actually made out of rubber, so that's nice. You can see the other side of the Batmobile is just the same as the little fins like over here. I guess it's some aerodynamic stuff, I don't know. You can just see the little gasoline where you can put all the gas. Pretty cool looking Batmobile. You can see where this would be the bat pod over here at the tip of the wheel. And if you would open up the cockpit, if you would, Mr. Gato. And there we have the bat seats, I guess. You can see where the steering or the handle is. You can see the 2 launchers in the side. I think there's some sculpted buttons on the inside to resemble the inside of it. Like if you turn it up here, Hold on. Alright, so if we look in here, there's some little button things on the side. Same as the other side, more of the where the buttons are. You probably can't make that out. So for this Batmobile, you would need some of the 5-inch figures that came out during the Batman Begins Lights or Dark Knight. And right now we have our Batman Begins 5-inch figure right here. Okay, and here we have Batman inside of his Batmobile, kind of gripping the steering wheel, but you kind of have to finesse with it to get him to hold it. Looks pretty cool inside of it. You can just close it without the ears having to get stuck in there, and you can kind of make it out through the window. So it looks pretty cool. As for the gimmicks, you can see some red buttons on here that were painted black, I wish. So first one, what does it do? You probably can't see that. Do it again. So little shooting effects. What does the other one do? Oh, turn on the back. Do it again. Okay, and lastly we'll get to the middle button, which is the last one. And what does it do? Press the middle one. It shoots out missiles and launchers on the side, which we don't have the missiles either, but they would have been very large, unnecessary ones, so you can just put it back and also make the same sound. Okay, so this will be the Batman Begins Batmobile. Next is the Dark Knight Skyscraper Batmobile. Here we have the Dark Knight Skyscraper playset thingy, which was just like during Batman Begins, there was a release of the Batmobile that turned into a giant city with a train and everything, and this, similar to that, turns into a giant city. You can see how this takes the shape of a Batmobile, sort of more of a flat looking one, and what you're supposed to do with this is you open it, and first thing you get is this city. You can see some tall buildings right there, probably some sewage, and what you do is you open these up from each side, each one having the little tab where you can put your finger into, and it opens up on both sides, and you can see more detail, what looks like Wayne Manor, I guess, on the inside. No, not Wayne Manor. You know that building he used in Dark Knight? I don't know what it's called. I'm sorry. And you can see what looks like a Dark Knight. No, sorry, like a little bat computer there. You can see like Wayne, like his office. You can see probably like outside of his window. It's a little blurry. And more offices. You can move this down for some kind of jail. Stairs, a hallway, and more looking outside the window, and up there is nothing. Down here you have more stairs, and when you open this up, I guess it's Wayne's bank full of gold and money, or you can portray it as a bank. Then what you want to do to get to the second part of the transformation of this is rip apart, not rip, but like take apart the top floor, or the top floor of this, and then bring it back, and then split this open, so then you'll get a different set area or a play set, which will look somewhat like this. You can see more sewage. This will stay the same, so it's kind of weird. So yeah, so then inside you can get those same stickers. It looks like they're on top of a roof. Other details probably you can't see is like on top there'll be like a walkway you can, like Joker can use to run away. Over here you have like a gun turret that will pop up just by pressing the little button like that. And what else? Like you'll be some stickers to signify how this is the top of a building. You see like more air conditioners, windows. Speaking of windows, there's also one right here. You can make Joker breakthrough like that, and they'll go inside somehow. I guess this is supposed to be like a jail cell, like when he drops in. So like, oh, you got me, oh no. Alright, so get to the third transformation of this building, and the final last one. You just want to flip this over and connect it like this. Sorry for the loud sound. Then you want to kind of flip this over like so, and then you get this, except the sewer will be upside down for awkwardly, but then you'll get much higher skyscrapers, and a walkway will be up here instead. And last thing I want to say, this is now for 5-inch or 6-inch, but it is for 3-inch figures. So if we look at our Dark Knight Rises 3-inch Batman, you can put him into scale right there, so it looks good. You know, you maybe want to make him team up with Green Lantern. If we get like a Green Lantern basic 3-inch figure that came out during the movie, you can see it also fits right there. Maybe you just put him over here or something, I don't know. Wait, you know, just to scale, he kind of fits there. So this is a 3-inch scale. I guess if you want to get it, it's fine. So up next is the Bat from the Dark Knight Rises. And lastly here we have the Dark Knight Rises the Bat, which is featured in the Dark Knight Rises. So this was supposed to be aka the Batwing, but it was changed to look more like a bug looking thing. Anyway, you can see the little two, I guess, I think in the movie there also were the shooters were these things, but in here they used it to for launchers over here. The gimmick and sounds we'll get to later. Propellers that you have to flip on yourself instead of a button. It's pretty much flat and toyish on the bottom, but on the top I guess it does get pretty well movie detail, except for the handles, so you can actually make it. Oh look, it's flying! And then you can just see the back looks pretty much, I guess, movie-ish, so you don't see the bottom of the toyish part underneath unless you lift it up like that. You can move it to the side, same as the other side obviously, and just gets to the launcher. And inside you might not notice is a 3-inch Dark Knight Rises Batman. So you can only fit 3-inch figures in here, so any other Spider-Man figure that you might have in 3-inch form you can fit. And you can just open it and close it again, and then we'll get to the sound effects. And right now you'll see this one has a a launcher. I might even hit you with this, so in 3D! Oh no. So other noises it has is a simple launching or shooting, and then a longer version of that. And the final gimmick is supposed to come with, if you open this up, you can see Batman's inside it, even though it's already in the cockpit. So you close it, you open it by pulling that down, and then you pull it again, and it hit me in the head. Okay, so then you just have the empty hole inside. So pretty cool gimmicks to like launch himself, kind of like in the Arkham Origins fast travel system, where after in the Batwing he gets where he needs to go, he kind of just launches out and kind of just lands all cool like. So yeah, pretty cool looking toy. Pretty soon Hot Toys will be making a 6-inch scale one, so I can't wait for that. So anyway, this has been all of our Batmobile vehicle reviews. Other ones that I would like to mention are the Blast Lane Batmobile that came from the Batman Power Attack line. The original Batman Power Attack line Batmobile was more of a purple looking with a bat ramming thing. And the Adam West Batmobile that also came out recently. So this has been Gato Perro, and you can look forward to more reviews and stop motions later.